Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, guys. Long time.
Welcome back to Chakra OutLoud, guys.
What we say, we say.
And you don't get upset.
Oh, little.
What happened?
I was chewing. I was chewing.
Okay.
Today we're supposed to have a special guest. Sadly enough, could not make it, so we're gonna revert back to the good old days with the original three.
Yeah.
Actually, we are not the original three. This used to be John.
Very true. Very true. I think the first only like 2 episodes was me, you, and John. And
Yeah.
Sarah came in and we went on from there. The Sipping
But
Pain.
you've done one a year.
Yeah, so we needed to balance it out and bring a female
Makes
into the
sense.
mix.
It definitely makes sense. The Sipping Pain video is now out on the YouTube channel. Go ahead and make sure you go follow that, watch that. In the comments, if you guys want to see any of the artists host the Sipping Pain, whether it be Rogo, Ace, Lee, Brian, the list goes on. Let us know in the comments and we can make that happen.
And we also
here.
go live during the whole podcast recording. So if you could just like in, tune in, and IG, it would be awesome, like you guys are now.
In August, we will be having our next Flash Day. It will be a Pokemon event that we'll be hosting here at the shop.
That's going to be lit.
We're very excited to host. We love hosting events, right? So anytime that we can come up with a theme to kind of get people together, we enjoy that.
And the whole anime and Pokemon thing is still like going even stronger now. So we're going to do this whole event in August. I definitely want to get some food trucks in here that would do like Pokemon themed food.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We're going to get my man Lex here. He's going to give haircuts to the kids, Pokemon themed. We're going to have Pokemon trading cards, like everything. So it's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward for you guys to bring your kids.
Yeah, it's going to be really dope.
Which means I have to apply for a permit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time you guys will see Chakra back on the road will be in October. We'll be hitting up AnimeCon in Richmond, Virginia. Another convention I'm very excited to attend
Richmond,
to.
Virginia. It's going to be cool because it's our first,
Yeah.
too.
Excited?
Yeah.
You know what I think would be really cool? Because we're about to reach 20K on our
Very true.
Instagram. I think it would be cool if you offered a free anime tattoo that you could also use in your portfolio.
Yeah, I'm with that 100%.
As like a giveaway.
Yeah, actually.
So like a raffle. You enter only if you're cool with like getting an anime.
Because we're getting to 20K, I'll offer 2 pieces.
Oh, snap. We don't got a horn, but
That's what I
we'll put a
do.
horn
That's
in
what I
there.
do. So we're gonna offer 2 pieces, 2 free pieces,
Cool beans.
anime pieces. So
Alright.
it's gonna be lit.
Yeah. And before we even head into any of the tattooing events in August and October, Chakra OutLoud will be taking Rolling Loud in July.
That's gonna be exciting.
So excited.
We recently just had a promotional video, pictures for Big Body Karate. All of that stuff will be coming to you very, very soon. That event in itself.
The feedback was
Big Body
awesome.
Amazing.
Karate, right?
The feedback was pretty awesome. Yes, you guys could follow Big Body Karate, but I won't accept not yet because we're building the Instagram for it. It's this whole idea, so I would not send people to go and follow yet because that's not the idea behind it. But yeah, definitely Friday we did like a whole beta run and it was freaking awesome. The people's reaction was insane. I'm looking forward to you guys actually seeing like the character because the idea behind it is insane, but it works. It doesn't make sense, but it does. And like I said, like the reaction that we got was freaking awesome. The kids loved it. They were waving the whole time. Parents were laughing, and people just didn't know what was happening to them.
One of the kids are like, "Mom, who's that?" Mom was like, "I couldn't even tell you." I couldn't even tell you. Oh
So
my
yeah,
God, it was great.
It's pretty cool. And we're performing from July 22nd to 24th, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So yeah. So you guys gonna experience a new character, a new rapper. You know, I'm diving balls deep in this. It's already done. It's gonna happen. So
Of course, we will
I
have
love
our
to see that you're so free with it.
100%.
You know
Not
what I
for
mean?
real
I
though.
think that's awesome.
Of course, you would be able to see the content on our Instagram and our YouTube, but if you would actually like to see Big Body performing live, you can head over to Rolling Loud YouTube channel. They will be streaming
gonna be
everything live. So if you guys want to see Smiley performing, make sure you guys head over to the YouTube.
yeah, I'm performing at Rolling Loud.
It's
So
crazy.
150,000 people.
Yeah, it's wild. You guys can't see right now because we have the banner, but if the banner wasn't here, you'd be able to see a little bit more behind the scenes. It's like Big Body's like silhouette on the wall right now.
Shut up,
It's-
really?
Yeah, Big Body silhouette is in the wall behind us.
You
So-
guys spray painted in here?
Yeah, on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
did the
we
paint.
were like super high by
That's what I was
3:30.
like super fuel.
So everybody that kept walking in, they was like, "Wow," right?
John was like, "Are you guys okay?"
So you guys okay? We like, "What happened, John?"
You guys would have done it outside.
Yeah, no.
We like
'Cause
walked
land
past, and then we were
things
like,
sticking to it.
the walls already like need to be repainted, but So that was definitely a great time.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I had a great time doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just to give people's reaction like that, it's fucking awesome.
It was
dude.
a good first experience. Now I'm excited
Just
to go to New
finna-
York, like a bigger, more broad audience. You know what I'm saying?
And
People
you know
that
what-
aren't gonna give
yeah.
so much of a pushback either. You know what I'm saying?
In New York, they're so used to crazy shit
Exactly.
that they just become part of the
Yeah.
crazy shit. You know what I mean? Over here, this guy was like the security guard. We got kicked out, right?
we got kicked
Which I
out.
thought was insane because why?
Yeah.
It's discrimination because that's how I dress on a daily basis.
Why?
Today, I'm just dressed like this.
Why? You weren't in a store. You weren't bothering people. You guys paid.
And we actually paid.
And we paid
You paid
to be there,
You
dressed
paid
like
to be
that,
there. You
dressed
weren't
like that.
disrupting the peace.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
We paid 3 tickets to be there.
100%. We got an extra one just in case too.
Yeah.
I need to see it in writing. Like, where is it in writing?
Yeah, and then he was
I can't do
cranky,
that.
and then he was cranky. He
He's
was,
gonna be
yeah.
mad 'cause I'm not
He was like, you
even-
guys can't be doing that here. We're like,
Yeah.
we're not doing nothing.
They weren't having
You know what
it.
I'm saying? They weren't
No,
having
but
him.
Like, there's laws to protect him from situations like that. Like,
Yeah.
get off your high horse. Sir.
You know what's crazy? Because there's this fashion going on that there's like the balloon fashion. I don't know if you've seen it, but the models fucking they come out as balloon and then it pops and then it turns to a
Outrageous
dress.
stuff. Yeah.
Like how did that motherfucker didn't know that I had a Balenciaga suit on?
was
You
going
know what I'm
pop.
saying? Or blow up Balenciaga suit and I'm just trending. You know what I'm saying, bro? He want to kick me out.
No,
I think I paid a lot of money for this fucking Balenciaga suit.
Like, that was straight up bullshit. And,
Yeah,
and
100%.
You guys were in the moment or whatever.
It was in
but-
Bridgewater Mall too, so.
It's not like we were like talking to anyone or like they were literally just like looking over the railing, like getting more pictures,
Taking
and videos.
photos.
You guys were in the shared space areas. It's not like you guys were going into individual stores where they have their own
And
policies.
and throwing myself into stores and
if it was
clothing.
an issue because he had a mask, I am sure that they promote masks. at
Yeah,
the
it's still
mall.
COVID, my
come
man.
There was,
You're like, yo,
a
but the
bunch
holes
of
are open.
things. Like,
Like, you got everything
What
covered.
mask? Oh shit!
okay. They have no idea what we're
see your
talking
face.
about. They have no idea what we're talking about because they don't know what your body looks like. But when you do,
Oh, shit. But yeah, I agree. It should have been something that I should have never gotten kicked out of.
yeah,
But
or
it's-
at least like stood your ground a little bit.
Yeah. So this time we're all going to the city.
So I
and-
did not attend
No,
the
not
grand
this one.
premiere of Big Body because it was
Because
my
one of our son
son
was getting he was graduating.
No,
so.
he was not. He
I mean,
he
prom.
was going off to prom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like some shit.
congratulations.
High school
man.
events. High school events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next time we're gonna go to Times Square, and I'm bringing Babe with me, and it's this whole.
Well, I think Times Square will be a lot more open to
100%.
what you're doing because they already have characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a great place to kind of like really bring
Yeah.
Big Body all
Yeah.
the way out and get all that clout.
So
there.
we do the music engineering next Monday,
Monday.
June 6th. And then I want to set up like a dance for him. So I want to go to a dance studio, either to the one that you went to or to my sister's. So we could develop a dance for this character, something simple, something quick, something that I could do within the suit because I found it a little bit difficult to do certain things with the suit while I was laying down or some shit.
I was gonna say, what was one of the biggest like faults that you found when we did that whole
Falling
event
into
Friday?
that bathtub. Yo, I thought because of the suit, I'm like, all right. So you know how you put yourself, the suit is big? I felt the suit hit the bathtub. So I'm like, all right, I hit the bathtub. So when I threw myself on the top of the bathtub down. And I was like,
bathtub was deep. It was deep.
I was like, it was deep.
you were thinking.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the whole suit, I don't give a shit. If it feels good, you know what I'm saying? Nothing really bothers me.
Functionality-wise,
As long as
you're
I
good.
get help
Yeah.
getting myself up, because that was a little bit difficult and shit. My legs disappear and shit, so it'll be cool.
Yeah, he like sits down and he becomes the marshmallow from like Ghostbusters, just like a little blob. Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Chakra OutLoud goes to Rolling Loud with
Big Body Karate. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I don't know what the comments say. I don't have my glasses on, but
Nothing. I think it's just join.
But
what's up, guys?
like I said, we were supposed to have a guest on today. We are going to hop into current events since that is not the case. After that, if we do have some live questions, we will hop into the live questions. So for anyone watching the live right now, if you guys want to ask Smiley anything, Sarah anything, have any questions technically for Big Body Karate or anything else going on,
Ask me anything.
just let us know. We do have a surplus of current events here for you guys today.
And then some. Currently,
First-
I got my neck tattooed.
Obviously, that's like something new that just happened, so which is fucking dope. Yeah, it looks fucking great. I love it. Everybody loves it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's fire.
It just makes sense for her.
It makes sense.
How was the session, and what would you tell someone looking to get their neck done?
The session.
You better get your mind right before you go sit. I sat 4.5 hours for a neck piece, where I've seen people get neck pieces and break it down into like sessions because it is intense. It got to a point that I like disassociated. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
But I kind of just left my body, let it do what it do, and like I legit had big fat tears because my body was in so much pain. My mental was like, all right, bet we're gonna finish this.
I was gonna say, but you know what that shows, and that shows everybody that you can still do it.
You can do it. It's unfortunate that you have
Which
to
is crazy because it's
dissociate.
like, oh, it was so fucking painful. It's like, yeah, but you did it.
But
You know
I
what I'm
did it,
saying? How
yeah.
much more could you have done? You know what I'm saying?
What I would recommend if you're getting a big piece on your neck is not to do it when it's warm outside. But and that'll go both ways, right? Because the healing, if it's hot outside,
The
it's
sun will
hot.
fucking get you.
But if it's cold, you still need to cover up because it's cold. So it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I don't really know when
It sucks.
when
Pick
the
your
good
battles.
time
So
is.
when we went out for the wedding shit, that sun was beaming the shit.
Beaming,
Yeah, it was beaming on it.
Hold
So
up. I went out the night after sitting through
Oh,
that,
you
like
literally
like,
that night you did, yeah.
emotionally and physically draining. That was a draining tattoo. I had an engagement I had to go to, and then the next day my son had a playoff game at fucking noon in 90-degree weather.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was able to sit under the shade, but nonetheless, like that.
it was
heat,
still burning. Yeah.
Yeah, it really sucked.
So if you're gonna do your neck in the winter.
And be mentally prepared, like if you're gonna do it in one setting, to really like push your own limits and really want it. Like you really gotta want this shit to endure the pain.
Or do a
that
lot of
comes with
drugs.
it.
You
I
know,
didn't do
so
no drugs.
I'm pretty
I-
fine. I'm feeling wonky.
I took it, yeah.
Smiley, is the neck a difficult place to tattoo? And even if
It is.
it is, what would be like one of the more difficult spots to tattoo other than the neck?
Listen, the whole neck is difficult to tattoo because I don't have space to work with my hands and to move around. Second, the client obviously is gonna move because it's a sucky area.
Yeah.
Third, the skin is very sensitive. It's even though it's thick, it's a little bit thin. I can't explain it because it's not like the other parts of the skin. It's like you're almost hitting the hypodermis immediately. So the fat, this is more fat around our neck, and then there's muscles. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit difficult. And like I said, just the client moving.
I moved a lot.
But I
was,
understand why.
Running away from the needle in the chair. I was like,
Yeah, but I understand. But I understand it though. So
You're like looking
I
at
appreciate, and I think I told you this then. I appreciate your patience
yeah,
because, like,
I gotta cut my nose. So for people out there, I gotta cut my nose hair. It may look like I did coke, but I don't do coke because I've been going like this and shit. And people are like, yeah, he did that. No. I got this one hair that's bothering me. So it's not coke, it's hair. It's two different things, okay?
oh my god.
okay.
I gotta trim my shit. Alright.
So, like I said, we're gonna hop into the current events. One of the more recent ones and more trending is obviously the Texas shooting.
Yeah, the Texas shooting.
Biggest sinceres and prayers out to the families of
RIPs
those
to
who
the
lost.
kids.
Yeah, to the kids as well.
Yo, let me tell you something, bro. This is all like a psyop. This was created. This was done for an agenda, right? They're trying to take all our gun rights away.
Well, again.
So in order for them-
primaries, right? Primaries are next week. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just-
in order for them to pass these laws, they have to create scenarios where it would imply for them to actually eliminate gun laws. Like, let's get rid of kids. And if you attach the loss of a whole bunch of kids to the weapon, then people will be like, we don't need weapons. But once they get rid of all our weapons, the government is going to take over us, bro. There's going to be one world government, and all of you are going to be fucked. Like, they're going to take our sovereignty away, which means your health. They can do whatever the fuck they want with it. You're going to get one type of payment. You're all going to be living the same way, driving the same fucking electric car. It's going to be really bad for you guys. So get your shit together and know that this is just a psyop. This shit is so fucking fake. I'm not saying that the kids that die are fake. They definitely died. But this is all a setup, bro. Like, everything, like, one of the teachers that died was one of the wives of a police officer that didn't even
I think they had run like a mock operation.
Yeah, so they had done 2 weeks prior to that. They did a whole operation in school practicing a mass shooting.
So this is where I stand on that. I'm just like I was reading last night that the school and the police department of the town where this happened stopped cooperating with like the state police. right? And why? Right? If something tragic happened in my town,
'Cause they're hiding
I would
something.
expect the people who were responsible for my children, right, and the people who were responsible for the citizen safety in the community to be held accountable for whatever happened. I read an article, I think it was like Times, where it said that it was unfortunate that there had been such changes in the story, and that these allegations or the way that the events unfolded, that this information came from higher ups, and it was faulty. It didn't align with what actually happened. I think that it was a big surprise, I guess, that like schools have cameras, and so when they ran back the cameras, they were like, "That's not what you said."
So my thing to you people out there, parents, question your kids, right? If your kid tells you, oh, hey, in school they did this whole scenario of a mass shooting, whatever, just know that within due time, that school is targeted for that. Because it's repetitive, man. I'm really good with picking up patterns and shit like that. And the pattern has always been the same. Every school that has always been targeted, there's always 2-3 weeks before it happens, they always did this whole how you call it? This whole
The shelter in place. But what I'm saying to you is like they do that regularly as part of the curriculum. They do it like 2 or 3 times a year. Like our kids just had one not too long ago.
I don't know, man. I don't trust that shit.
You shouldn't, but I also
Because the
think
kids
that-
shouldn't be prepared to hide from a mass shooter. They should have cops in the front ready to shoot the
And they
fucking
do,
shooter.
and they do, and
But you get what I'm saying? So all these kids hide behind the thing. If you're no, the kid could still do their homework and shit like that. The cops are taking care of the shit on
That's
their
what
own.
they're supposed to, but in this situation, the cops froze,
Yeah,
right,
they
and
went
turned
there.
on the parents who were trying to protect their children, and so that leads to many questions. But to your point about like gun control and them
The cops were
wanting-
part of it.
them wanting to take our guns,
They were part of it. Illuminati,
you're
they were part
going
of it.
to like if they attempt to pass that and like further regulate guns to the point that it's not like you're not able to get some. These southern states are gonna stand up, like fuck us up here, cause yeah, you know we own a gun, other people own guns, but these guys down
The Southerners,
down south,
they're not gonna
they
let
gonna
gun.
play
They're
that
not
shit.
gonna let go of their
If you
gun.
wanna
It's
see,
not
like,
gonna
a
happen.
fucking civil war in this country, it's going to be try to take these guys' guns away. Like, it's just not. It's not gonna happen.
Southerners, they're not gonna let go of their gun. It's
They're
not gonna
not.
happen. You gotta take it away from them first, and
You
them shits
literally
and their
gonna have
shits are loaded. So you know what I mean?
So yeah, unfortunate what happened to those children in Texas. Even more unfortunate that they were underprivileged community and a lot of like Spanish immigrants there. It is unfortunate that the parents had to experience their children being slaughtered and unable to do anything about it. Hold your babies. Teach your babies self-defense, like survival skills. I know that sounds crazy, right? But kids go to school and that's not what they're there to learn. Kids go to school to learn like whatever education the system is pushing.
Yeah.
It's our job to make sure that our children know how to react in any situation, and that includes when their life is, at stake. Yeah.
100%. Sadly speaking, a little bit on the South and gun control with schools, there was a Florida kid who was just recently arrested for making a threat. Yep, making a threat at the school.
So for full disclosure, right, we come from the hood, and I will tell you that children bring guns to school all the
No,
fucking
wait.
time. You just don't hear about it.
No way, but this is okay, Ma, I understand that, but this is the Florida case. The Florida case was the kid wrote on social media that he's gonna shoot the school up the next day. To a week and a half following the mass shooting, that's something that you shouldn't have said.
Yeah, not at all.
What she's trying to say is that kids in the hood do bring guns. That's different from a fucking kid saying, I'm gonna go and shoot up the school.
Right.
Kids in the hood bring guns, yeah, because these niggas trying to act tough and they gotta protect themselves. They come from the hood, they come from a gang related whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
How
they
many
gotta
years ago did somebody pull a gun on you in school?
fucking when I was in high school, many
Crazy,
times,
right?
it's just there. You know what I'm saying? But what happens in the hood is like the nigga bring the gun, but it's not to mass kill a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's to be the tough guy. And if he got to pull it out and shoot somebody, they'll do it. But not like in these fucking like schools and shit that are over here. Like in the schools over here, it's like one kid will bring a gun and try to give it a whole class because of the way they made them feel. It's like, nigga, like get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like you need an ass whooping. That's what these kids need. And that's the thing. Like they fucking do. They need to get the shit beat out of them. Straight up.
So a little brighter light here in New Jersey, we now have free beaches and state parks.
Wow.
Been waiting a
We
long
jump
time
from
for
how
it.
beat the shit out this fucking
Been
kids
waiting a
to
long-
we got free beaches.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we're gonna switch the light a little bit, shift it over. But definitely a long time coming. I feel like I've always felt like here in Jersey, like at least going onto the beach, like you should be able to show your ID, show you're a resident of
If
the
you're from
state.
New Jersey,
New
And
Jersey
get onto
is
the beach.
whack. We
Yeah.
established that on the right from Atlanta. This is the only state that you have to pay to go through traffic, to go through the fucking toll booth. You have to pay in New Jersey multiple times.
Terrible.
And then you have to pay to go to the beach, to go to the lake. And it's
And-
like, we
and
already
all our
pay to live here.
So I'm interested in knowing why and how long this is going to be for. Is it going to be like moving forward? New Jersey's not, because if that's
Probably
the case,
temporary.
hold on, are they going to keep increasing our taxes because these beaches need to be maintained? So what's good with that? Because if that's the case, we're going to need to go back to the drawing board, and I'll fucking pay
Yeah,
my
not for
$20
real.
to get onto the beach instead of you hiking my taxes again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But very cool. Enjoy the summer. New Jersey has some beautiful parks that you had to pay to get into that you no longer have to. And so go have fun with your kids.
Yeah. Come explore the shore. In New York, church was recently robbed for a $2 million piece that
I
they
didn't know
had.
this. He
yeah, so
actually-
and I just saw like yesterday, I think it was New York. This church in New York got robbed for a $2 million tabernacle piece. It's about this high. It was from the 1800s. It's full of gold and like jewels and diamonds and shit. And some guys came in with like metal saws and drilled, like cut literally a rectangle through the back of the church.
Some movie shit.
Yeah, because they kept this thing on a steel protected case, and they came from the back, cut the case open. They knew
Yeah, it's
it was
crazy,
somebody
yeah.
that went there, because for them to know what kind of metal that is in order to get the saw for it to cut it perfectly and pull that thing out, that's fucking crazy.
They've
It's $2
been at
million
that church
worth.
and planning.
Yeah, of course it is. It's
Somebody
probably this.
saying that the beach is not free.
No? No free
You
beaches?
said they went yesterday and they had to pay that. Fucking sucks. You should have cited that.
Yeah,
The
for
hey,
real.
false
Oh,
advertising.
shit.
This article
You
right
have to
here. Yeah.
Yeah, pull the website out.
Thank you.
That's what I would have done. We have one more topic, and then we are going to hop into some live questions. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask, make sure to throw them up now.
Yeah.
Recently, a guy went into a museum and threw a cake at the Mona Lisa. I just found this out.
Yeah.
Apparently, that isn't the actual painting.
Yeah, so the cake with the Mona Lisa situation.
Was it in France?
Yes,
or
it
was
did
in
happen. I
Italy?
have no
French,
idea.
Right? In France?
Yeah, but the Mona Lisa they have there, that's the fake one. The real one, they keep it in a vault. This is just fake, and the reason they do that is for people like that they're trying to ruin it. But at the end of the day,
So they sell you this whole, like, because you remember we went to France, right? And I was like, oh, we should do the museums. And you were like, that shit is way too crowded.
it's way too crowded. It's like a sea of people trying to get there, and you can only take a photo and then keep it moving, but you're spending all day there to see this fucking bullshit painting because it doesn't do anything. And it's a fake one to begin with. Let's be honest. Mona Lisa is a fucking bullshit painting. It's just a fucking woman just standing there doing shit, probably complaining about the artist. You know what I mean?
I feel like
It's okay.
Like,
That's Illuminati shit. Leonardo da Vinci was a fucking Freemason, and they try to put. It's like in 100 years from now, they're playing Jay-Z's music. It's the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying?
It
It's
was
fucking
in
bullshit.
the Louvois Museum in Paris, France. I think Louvois.
Yeah, all that painting, that's it's fucking bullshit. Anyway, that's not the real one. So the guy did what he did, but that's not the real one. And they do that for people like this and shit like that.
That's good.
Yeah, so.
All right, we're going to see if we have any live questions. After that,
Let me see.
is your rap your?
And it's going to be a wrap, right? So let's see for the question. La question.
Any questions?
Do you guys have any questions for us on live? Anything? I will answer anything even if I can't see without my glasses. Squint. Let me put my SpongeBob's on.
I have a question. What is your vision for Big Body?
All right. So my vision for Big Body is to create the most paid rapper alive. Because you have Michael Jackson, which is the biggest pop rapper. I mean, not rapper, but the biggest pop artist that has gotten paid. I wanted to make Big Body bigger than Kanye West.
Oh.
So, and then I'm going to make it happen. It's going to happen. You'll see.
we have one question asking, how do I improve my work based off tattoos?
How do you improve your work? All right. By asking me a question online in my DM and say, yo, like, what's up? How do I do this? Because I love to help people out. So if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. I'm not like these artists that are trying to hold this fucking information because tomorrow I could die and then I just die with an information that I could have given somebody and made their life better.
So
So
what
if
he's
you have a
saying
question, hit me up. I'll answer it and I'll help you get better in your abilities at tattooing.
So what he's saying is, if you have a piece that you did that you're looking at and you're like, damn, I feel like it's missing something, or I should have done this or that, send it over. I've seen him many times engage with different artists and kind of give them pointers or tips, or just straight up do this and that, and you need this, that, and the other.
Yes.
And just do
So
it.
every week I go to artists' page who are not that good at tattooing, and I give them hints and pointers on different tattoos that they've done. And the majority of them tell me thank you, and which is awesome because I just want to help people out. It's just what it is.
So
You know what
when
I
he
mean?
started doing that, I was like, "Eesh, I hope that nobody gets offended by you." And he's like, "I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck. Your work
trying
is
to
trash. I'm trying to help you out, bro. Like,
Trying to
you know
help
what I'm
you
saying?
eat." Yeah.
Yeah, if you get offended by that, then you're not gonna make no money, and you're gonna be fucking dwelling in your ego for the rest of your goddamn
Can't
life.
take constructive criticism.
Constructive
Yeah.
criticism. That shit. You know how much I took of that shit physically because because it was physical with me when. An artist had to teach me something, they would literally shove me out the way while I was there, like tattooing a client. And they would say, you're doing it wrong. In front of my client, they would say, you're doing it wrong. You're shading her wrong.
And then
And the
have you
artist would look
had-
at me like,
yeah.
I thought you knew what you were doing. They would move me out the way, like shove me, and then start tattooing my client.
Wild.
How do
And
you
then I
get
had
the
to
respect
learn.
and
So that
trust
made
from
me
the
learn
client?
the fact that it happened physically.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not like that. I'm just gonna.
It's cool that you
nicely
open to
tell
advice. I think there's another question. I just can't see it.
How many more business adventures do you have planned for the future, such as merch, toys, things like that?
So we're expanding the business now, and
Yeah.
this isn't going to be our only location. We have
So-
plans for several locations for Chakra.
Yeah, so right now we are at our podcast station, but this is the new spot that we got, and we're gonna expand it. We're gonna open it up to the other shop, and we're gonna have offices here for our senior artists, and then the spaces that we have in the front we're gonna use for the apprentices that are coming up. And then we have another spot attached to the side, part of the restaurant that's where John is gonna be at for the piercing.
We're also working on education, so we're going to be doing not only
So we're gonna be
hands-on
teaching-
training, but we're going to be able to offer online training with live support.
And we're gonna do summer camps to teach people how to tattoo to see if this is something they will want to do.
Right. So apprenticeships are expensive, right? And before you dive into an apprenticeship and not know whether you're going to like the environment, to the work and the people that you're working with, and by that I mean like physically sitting with someone and tattooing them. We're gonna allow you to get like a test run
like a
almost,
glimpse.
Yeah.
not an accelerated program, right? You still have to go through the apprenticeship, just kind of like a taste of what an apprenticeship would be like.
Yeah.
And if you feel like it's for you, then you can move forward with the apprenticeship.
So it's gonna be a camp for 1 month.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not charge you the whole apprenticeship program because the apprenticeship program is $20K. So we minimize that down to give you a taste what it is. If you really like it, then we can continue with the whole process, and those 3K will be added to the 20K at the end of the day. It's a great idea. It was given to us by Jose's mom, the credit dude.
The credit mom.
Yeah, credit mom. She's
Mama
fucking
credit.
dope.
Mama
Mama
credit.
credit.
So-
Mama credit's lit.
Shout out to her, yo, because that's freaking great. And then after we establish all this that we have here, we got 2 more things. We want to go to the Board of Education and offer our curriculum of tattooing to high schoolers before they embark.
As like a VOTEC?
Yes, before they
something you would
embark
find
into
in
a
VOTEC.
college of any art, because college can be very expensive, parent. Here, we'll teach you how to tattoo and we'll hire you.
Yeah.
And we'll get you booked, and your kids will already start making money. Yeah. And then after that, we're going to open up a tattoo shop in Freehold Mall.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be dope.
That's the plan.
That's the
that's like
business
the 5-year plan.
Yeah,
for
and then
us
we
right
have
now.
Big Body coming out.
Yeah.
So
It's dope, man. A lot going on here in the shop. Thank you guys so much for watching another
let's
episode of
go.
the pod.
Thank you guys.
Catch you
I
guys
gotta go
later.
in tattoo, so I gotta be out. See you next time. Oh, and don't forget to hit the up like button and let the algorithm know that you like our shit because it's fucking popping. So I'll see you guys soon. See you next week. All right, love you. Bye.